Good morning, good morning, good morning. That Earth Angel Intuitive, baby. Bah. That Earth Angel Intuitive, any. Oh, excuse me, gentlemen and ladies. Beautiful women. Strong men. How y'all doing this morning? You know what I'm saying? And I want to talk about today, you know, if you like what I be saying, man, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, and share. Bless me, bless me. You know what I'm saying? You know, just, look, if help your boy out. It don't cost a dime to like and subscribe and share. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, trying to reach the who I'm supposed to reach the world all around. Hit Alaska, Chinatown, baby, bow. You know what I'm saying? But people come in our lives, different seasons. They do. They come in our lives at different points, different times. From when we was kids, when we was born, we got a separate set of people. When we was growing up, got a separate set of people. When we was our teens, when we became out of our teens, when we was grown, when we hit our middle age, when we get older, and through all that time, some gave they all. You know what I'm saying? And some all gave some. You know what I'm saying? All gave some. You know what I'm saying? And some gave all. It's just a teeter-totter of things in our life. But what we need to do as humans, as spiritual beings having a human experience, is don't take anything personal. Embrace and find the positive aspect of why people were in your life when they were in your life at that point in time. Because at some point, they made you happy. At some point, they were the right fit. At some point, they showed you love like family was supposed to show you love. At some point, y'all connected on a deeper level. Y'all had an understanding, a mutual understanding. So don't just remember the bad times, the tough times. She did this or he did that. Oh, like that. Oh, yeah, he was this, that. If you're going to speak that type of way, you got to speak life too, because at some point in time, that person was for you. You know what I'm saying? People grow. People change. Emotions change. People change like the weather. People change like the seasons. Some people come in on false pretense. A lot of people know how to mirror what you like and everything that you like and say the right words at the right times, but they have a whole different agenda. But that's not on you. That's not your problem. That's not your problem. It's not your cross to bear. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we only got control over our actions and reactions. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that it don't hurt, because truthfully it hurts. Y'all know I got that John Coffey. Because truth hurts. Lies hurt too. Pain hurt. Love hurts. Shoot. Some say pain is love. I believe everything in this life that we go and we experience, every person that we experience wasn't by accident, and it has a lesson behind it on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, two people always come into union, in my eyes, to teach each other lessons anyway. Whether they go grow together, whether they're here for a second, whether they're here for a long time, for the rest of the time. At the end of the day, as long as we live on this planet and we got breath in our bodies and our lungs, we're gonna have lessons. We're gonna have trials. We're gonna have tribulations. We're gonna have good times. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna run into some questionable people. We're gonna run into, some good people. We're gonna run into sheep's and wolf clothing, then we're gonna run into some wolves and sheep clothing. The trick is not take anything personal. Do your own work. Your inner work. Heal. Don't jump into relationships too fast. Don't mess up something. When you get out of a relationship, don't mess up what could be from what was. You know what I'm saying? Bringing old stuff into a new relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you getting back in your family life or you accepting your family back in your life, don't mess it up by bringing up the past or what happened. If you're gonna let something go, let it go. Or don't deal with it. You know? Let it go. You know, when you ain't nobody have the right to tell you how to grieve or how long to grieve. But they do got the choice to grieve with you or not. You know? And grieving don't necessarily mean, oh, you could grieve, but push them away and keep pushing them away while they trying to do life with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you push somebody away, they gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? You only got so many times to show somebody that you don't care about them or you don't love them. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if they don't want to see you hurt, they're not going to stick around. You know, they might beg and plead. You know what I'm saying? They might plead their case to you. But at the end of the day, like they said, if you love something, let it go. If it come back, then that's how you know. But you shouldn't have to do that either. You know, that's why we got to heal, people. Kings and queens, we got to heal so we don't mess up things God has planned for us. Because he blesses us all the time. It's amazing. He gives us gifts. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? As we walking down this narrow path, chose to walk down that narrow path and not that wide when that's so easily taken by most. You know, life be moving around so much. We be moving and going. You know, everybody got work, people got kids, all that. But we forget to sit down and make time for the Most High, make time for God. You know, we forget to meditate. We forget to pray. You know what I'm saying? We forget to ground ourselves in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is always there. He ain't never left. You know, it's on us to keep that conscious contact with him. You know what I'm saying? And don't get distracted by worldly things because life can wait. Life can wait. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, you know, things in the physical look real. You know, you can touch it and all that. But it's all an illusion because it's really just a school, you know, and things that you don't see, which is the spiritual, is 100% real. You know what I'm saying? Once you flip the two and realize what's going on, man, you'll be okay. Once you don't take this life that we see so serious, you know what I'm saying? And only keep God serious, keep him serious, and everything else will follow. I'm trying to tell you, like, life is good. He will shine light on people that's not supposed to be on light, places you're not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? He will shine light on people that's supposed to be in your life, and places you're supposed to be. It's on you to take it. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to that. You know, everybody has a purpose, and our purpose involves helping people on this planet. I don't know what the rest of your purpose is, but I know everybody's purpose involves helping somebody on this planet. So remember that, and then you take it from there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if you're supposed to be the man or a woman of the cloth. I don't know if you're supposed to be, you know, a senator. I don't know if you're supposed to run for president. I don't know what you're supposed to do. That's between you and the Most High. But I do know the first steps of it is helping people out, especially helping the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Many are called. Many get that hotline bling. You know what I'm saying? Ring, 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 ring. Some even answer it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't ante up. You know, they don't measure up. So that's why many are called, but only few are chosen. You gotta have integrity. You gotta have good moral standards, values, life, kindness. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that go with this, and you can't wear masks. You can't have a mask for every person you run into. You gotta be authentically you, all the way around. I don't care if you ran into the police. I don't care if you ran into your sister, your mama, your brother. You know what I'm saying? The president, the pope. You know what I'm saying? Queen Elizabeth. You gotta be who you are all the way around. That's kind of what I feel the trick is. I'm just me. I'm just I'm just me. Whatever. Mom, baby, mom. That Earth Angel intuitive. Ain't he, baby, mom. I want y'all to have a blessed day. Stay positive, motivated, keep God in everything that you do. All right, kings and queens, much love. Bow.